What's up, fellow gamers? Welcome back to Let's Play Cyber Knight's Flashpoint. The loot update came out earlier today, and we're going to run a scav raid. Perfect kind of mission to go try to get a whole bunch of loot. Let's let time tick forward and see what the game has in store for us. Got a line of where a gang is keeping some loot. They're siphoning off from Warner Braun. We can go steal from the Blue Ox. She's not going to pay us, but we can certainly look for some loot. This is a map that has a pretty good number of both Matrix hosts and lockboxes, so I'm kind of excited to run this one. We'll let our Cyber Knight get healed. Also, we can start upgrading our rooms. Now, the question I have is, do I want to bump SimStream Detox and get, the third bench and more stress removal and all that? Do I want to start moving towards SimStream Trainer 4 as well? A little bit more XP. This is, not terribly important. The Detox is better. The other option, though, is going for Underworld Hub 4 and getting tokens more reliably because they just added a new service via an Underworld contact that can sell new guns, and I want to kind of unlock that stuff. Puppet Master going to be ready relatively soon. Still kind of need to bump a hacker. That's, still in flux somewhat, but let's at least fix the heart. And I think for now I want to get the Underworld Hub up, and then I'll move towards Detox 4. Then I'm going to go for upgrades onto the barracks, and otherwise we're pretty happy with what we got until we get new blueprints and can craft more stuff. Because you're busy in the trainer, and my other hacker is in Detox right now, we're going to go ahead and bring little brother here as the Detox target. So let's go ahead and get our team ready. By the way, if you want to jump forward to the mission, there are timestamps down below. Feel free to jump forward and you can just go right to the start of the mission itself. But let's go ahead and see who the team is going to be. Let's quickly fire everyone real quick. Obviously, the Cyber Knight goes. I'm going to give Rose here some more XP. She's going to need some since she is required for Cube Run. I need to run my hacker for sure. And then of the remaining crew, I'm feeling like I want a bit more power here. And so I'm going to run Reaper, who's, I think, my strongest one. As far as loadouts are concerned, let's go ahead and put the primary stuff on the Cyber Knight. You're going to be AR Pistol 1. You're going to be on AR Pistol 2. Here we go. You're already on it. Okay, fine. Then between Rose and Mindset, let's put Mindset on the third AR. And then you're going to be on Sword. Yeah, you can just wear everything that AIM was running. That should be fine. I think I'm feeling pretty good around all of the... yeah, it looks like everyone's fine in terms of what gear they're wearing. I guess the one thing I'm missing is, let's see, let me sort by gear level real quick. I am missing consumables on you, so I gotta go ahead and fix that, which means let's go Advanced Metacloud, and why not have a Nano Stim Kit? That seems fine. Yeah, sure, why not? And we'll resave this as AR Pistol. There we go. That's the primary setup here. And of course, he's only got sort of weak stealth armor here, but hey, the plus initiative allows him to get the team around the map a bit faster, and I'm feeling okay about that one. As far as opening slots for everybody else, though, I want to check one thing real quick, which is I do have an open bench or two, which means I want to send AIM or someone else to get implants here. So let's sort that out real quick. Let's go to AIM. You're my Cyber Sword. I think it's more important on you than on him, so yeah. Let's go ahead and see what you can get. We do, by the way, we have unlocked some early stuff here with chip skills, chip reflexes. Cannot use the fractional AP yet, but the move speed might matter here. These are decent, but what I want to really go for first is... yeah, I can get the better filter right now. So I'm going to go ahead and pay out pretty good money here for the ADVX filter. The 15 move speed penalty mitigation allows me to then go for easily covering the downside here. And I think that's going to make me feel better overall. So we're going to put this in first, then put in more stuff later. The price tag's not too bad, and the downtime's pretty short as well. So I'm going to start getting my Cyber Sword into a better spot. I do have a second hacking bench open, to be honest, or a second Cyber Surgery bench open. So I'm going to bring you in here as well. Oh, you've already got your display link. Then I don't really care about the rest of what you got going on. You've already got your Chem Hive. For the Deep Brain slot, yeah, there's only Matrix Link, so... I think the rest of these I don't care too much. I could go for the minus recoil here, but it's so expensive and you're not a primary gunner, I'm just going to skip on you. So we will send you to Detox. That is one bench we have open. You've got enough stress for me to care. Okay, we're finally ready. We've got the team ready to go. Oh, one more thing, sorry. I need to go to the field ops. I do have field coordination ready, so let's go ahead and spend the field coordination token here. And let's go ahead and bump the best stuff we can. We've got 3 tokens here. File sets, high value. Let's still do that one. I just love Hype Booster. It got nerfed. It's still fine. I still like running it here. Do I need to get rid of security devices? I wouldn't mind it. But I'm feeling like Let's try file data chips and see how that feels for us here with a bit of loot there. All right, we're printing some money. Here's warehouse mission. We're ready to go. We're going to hopefully get a lot of stuff from boxes. I could wait for Mongrel to limit break first. That's actually probably correct to not waste her influence. And so even though I just, you know, did this all, I'm going to go ahead and let time tick forward and hope we get that limit break. So there we go. You're on a power play. Seems fine. Now we're actually ready to go. The final bait has been cast. Here's the team. I am not silencing the assault rifles, though I honestly probably should. Hang on. I'm still delaying. I want silencers. These are the cheaper ones. Let's go ahead and buy, I think I need 3. And let's put these on all the ARs because it seems worth it. Wait, can I? Yeah, okay. I have to unfortunately go into the character menu for mods. Not the end of the world, but there we go. All right, we've lowered our damage a little bit, but now our noise radius is only 38 meters. That gives a lot more to play around with. We're finally actually ready. Intermission. Holy moly. Sorry, I kept thinking of new things I needed. Remember, we're here on our own dime. Let's make it a profitable night. There should be plenty of loot to steal here, and we'll lift everything we can before it gets too hot. Let's make some bankroll. Okay, so we are in a spot where we have 2 Vanguards. It's not going to be ideal because they will pop Glasswalk at the same time, and the buff does not stack. That is one downside, but I really want Rose to spam a lot of uses of Lure and Jam Kit, and so it's just kind of where we are. As far as leverage is concerned, we have no active leverage. We have this guy to worry about, and no one else is remotely nearby. How loud is your gun? It's loud to 40 meters. That's actually fine. I'm going to go for the shot right now. And the reason is I want to pop Steamroll on my team and give them all move points. Great. No one else heard anything. Let's run here, just a spot where more guards would be. There are a lot of guards all the way over there. I am pretty... Ooh, actually, initiative rolls are pretty high. However, yeah, okay, what I'm going to do is actually prioritize damage right now. So the plan is to get most of my team into a spot where, well, you can really not get through there. It so looks like you could, too. That's wild. Okay. Well, I want to run the team forward a lot. And the reason why is I want to use JTAC. I want to use Strike Zone. Okay, we're going to get a lot of Tal if we really go loud here. We're going to JTAC here. I'm going to Strike Zone. Yeah, I can get these 4, or can I not? Probably can't quite do it. The basic grunt is the least important here, of course. Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be something like this, and... Ooh, we actually managed to catch all 4. That's huge. Okay, sweet. So the fact that 6 can hear the gunfire, I'm going to yield back and see if Viking can make this look a little bit nicer. I'm not sure that he can, but... Yeah, this box, unfortunately, this box right here blocks line of sight, so I can't... Yeah, I can't get him with enough AP to spare. And you're going to hear the gunfire, so I don't have much I can do that's too special. I think it's going to be a run up, and it's going to be... I'm going to go for stun you and then pistol. You're going to be very annoying to kill, and so pistoling here is going to be relatively safe. I'm in buff range. And even if he was going to die on anyway, lowering his armor from 70 to 51 is a big damage increase, and so I'm going for that here. Now, I could try to go for the stealth crit and get big damage. I think I'm actually going to be willing to do that, because the chance that a crit's really high, and it's going to be a ton of damage as a result. I'm going to have you go close to last. I'm going to let Reaper try to clear stuff up here. I want 5 AP left, which I have. I'm in range of both. That's good. I can go in either order, realistically. I'm going to start here. Because I don't want to do the recoil reset. Oh, huge crit. Nicely done. Alright, well that means this one's guaranteed, so I can pretty cleanly walk down to 1 AP, and that's fine. Don't know what you're doing, but my initiative's so good, I don't care. I'm going to walk all the way up here. This guy's stunned. We could choose to wait because he's already stunned. Like, there's not a real reason to clean up his body or, like, get his body, like, on the map sooner. I've got several turns to play with here, and so why not get closer into range than fight next turn? That's got to be the more correct option. And that way we also get the body timer later, which is also good. So that's going to be the play here. I'm going to have you run in with silence and see what kills you can get. The answer is very few, by the way. I do not run fast enough. I'm not willing to go for kills here. So I'm going to use silence as move speed. And... I think, actually, okay, let me, this is faster. We'll start by going here. And then I think I can maybe just barely snap in with only spending one point right there. That might just barely snap. I think I'm just in range. 10k and some gold cubes seems reasonable. We've still got all our buffs on for now. I can snap in here, no problem. I'm going to go short to not have it play the animation of turning to face the box. Now I can click instantly. Ooh, nice. Okay, we get a safe locked armor. We get a nice blueprint, and we get... yeah, Mind Control Studies is one of the injected files, by the way. They always come in at the power level of your team. And I'm PL5, was injected at 5. And also Mind Control Studies is one of the ones that frequently shows up from injections. So let's see. Am I... Yeah, I'm going to look at you at 21. You are turning back, and you will see Reaper. I'm going to anticipate you as well, just because I can. You don't matter as much, but we're still going to kill both of you. Mindset is not allowed to make enough noise here, so I've got to be a little bit cautious. Means I have to run... yeah, he's just not going to go far enough. That's too bad. So we're not going to start hacking this turn. Oh, well. I'm going to just keep walking towards this, and we're going to be okay. At some point, I'll have the AP to spare to use... what's the thing called? But there's no camera side of the map, so I actually don't have a an angle on K protocol right now. So quantum interference, whatever. No big deal. Viking is up. Steamroll does not have multiple charges, so I can't do anything too cheeky here. These kills are needed, and I gotta point out that initiative is not in the best place, really. Ugh, and this guy is gonna be hard to reach, too. That's very annoying. Alright, I think I have to let this guy see me. I think this guy's not gonna move. Here, let's go a little short. If I go here, that puts me in range to use look ahead on these two. Get a bit of info. Am I worried about you? No, I'm not worried about you or you. Okay, cool. What do I want to do here? I want to lower your initiative, and everyone else goes before you anyway. So I'm going to have you go late, so that we can easily kill you with the team. I can now run here to have 1 AP left. Actually, I don't have to. There's no real reason to do it. I'll just shoot whoever I can shoot, which I guess is going to be you in this case. It doesn't really matter which one I go for. I guess I can spend 0 bonus AP and reload first. This guy's still stunned for several turns. Let's crit. Thank you very much. Big crits are definitely nice. And then there's going to be just several shots here. Crit chance looking pretty decent. Not a guarantee by any means, but it should still look decent here. Shot 1 is okay. Shot 2 is finally a crit. And then I'm feeling good about hit chance here. I have so many buffs, I'm going to reload first. And then I'll shoot with 1 action point. And because we delayed you... Wow, we got lucky and crit anyway. Okay, well, we take those. You are doing nothing. You are stunned. Mindset. I have no reason to wait this out. I'm just going to walk up and start the hack. You're going to leave JTAC. That's fine. Let's start our first host and see what we get. No preview here, but that's okay. Hard shell, overclock, spoof. Load the normal stuff here. Here we go. I'm going to preserve AP first. Got to do everything else, though. Walk forward. This is going to be playable. So let's get rid of Tally, and then I've got to get rid of... Let's scan first, actually. Okay, I do need to kill program loading as a result. Got to load this stuff. My turn is over. That's fine. I can't disconnect because there's active... or there's living ice here, but that's totally okay. Alrighty, so... more boxes to loot, of course. There's 6 more. I do need to kill these guys eventually. Let's go ahead and delay and just let them have their turn. You're standing around. You are patrolling that way. And you are walking away-ish. I mean, you might be worrisome a little bit later, but you're still debuff with look ahead, so we can know what you're going to do down the line. Nothing special. Great. I can pretty cleanly walk to here then. I think she'll be the one going after this Firecom. Or Wildfire. Okay, we get a nice consumable. We got a blueprint for... I don't know what this is for, actually. We got a safe-locked shotgun mod. Nice. This was injected here as well. This one might have been also. Seems good. Don't know what this one goes to, but seems cool. If I want, I can go for lure, but I think what I want to do is simply just sneak as close as I can. And then look to strike next turn after you're done. Saving 1 movement point doesn't seem useful. But I'm also so close it doesn't matter anyway. Yeah, if you're doing nothing next turn, I'm just going to walk up close to you. I'm going to wait. Okay, there's a guy over there. Not a big deal. Let's end. You're still stunned for the remainder of this turn, but not anymore. Steamroll's still down until next. I could try to delay and see what happens and try to like use him as steamroll bait next turn. In the meantime, though, we're still going to wait. You're on a patrol route. I don't care. You're guarding. You're just going back and forth as expected. That kill will be needed eventually. Okay, the thing lied to me about where you're going. That's not great. I should report that. Okay, you're useless. Alright, let's report this. Cool. So, look ahead, lied about a guard's movements. And unaware guards movements. Okay. Theka was not woken up by Sec AI or anything. Her look ahead said she was going to keep looking forward. Instead, she pulled a 180 and ended up here. And I'll bet even that's not going to be accurate with that forward arrow. We'll see. Wait for the report to go through. Okay, wonderful. You rolled a 14, which means getting rid of you is going to be very simple. This guy's going to be hard to reach because of, there's always just really good cover here, so it's like, you have to walk like somewhere really weird to get line of sight. Which isn't necessarily a problem, it means we have more time to set up on him, realistically. But I think, let's claim this kill. You're going to get spotted by that guy. I don't have Atomic Setter yet. I might group my entire team up to kill both these guys same turn. I think that is actually a pretty playable option. Because I don't really have a line on any of these guys otherwise. And yeah, I really can't get line of sight on this guy. So yeah, I think it's the team goes over here. Right, we're going to advance some anyway. Behind the box is going to be really safe. Don't actually know what you're doing, but I think the whole team grouping up over here is functional. We can use JTAC again. And I think we'll look decent. Oh yeah, you're out of AP. You're going to run vaguely over here as well. I could decide to say we've got the damage, let's go for the kill. But I don't think we actually do have the damage. I think the best play is... Well, there's no rush on JTAC here. I could take a reload and then just end the turn. It's not a very pretty turn, but I think it's okay. Anticipation, we have charges here. Doesn't really matter on you, and no one else is in range that matters. I could buff you anyway just to get the crit chance. I think that's fine. Nothing to jam kit, so you're done. You're going to still hack. Connection use must be killed. These must be killed. Let's go tally first. I think connection health is fine for now. We scan. We unload sleeves. Not the end of the world. Here's CPU, something behind it. I'm going to go ahead and knock that down. Get some tally. I don't really care too much. We do get more tally on this character because we don't have the really cool passes that Remy has, but it's fine. Get rerouted, not the end of the world. Let's go again. Okay, on download. Got it. Not bad here. Let's come down here. And I can rewind to get more no-lop charges. And because of that, I'm going to just go ahead and kill it this way. I'm not even going to read. I'm not going to bother. Take my download. Scan for downloads. Okay. Passive and traps are clearly all right here. We can knock this down first, then come back up. Download, exit, download. Okay, well, we know the ordering here. And then next turn, we'll kill this, and then take a download to move up, and then load the last of it. So that should be decent. Can I get you in K protocol range? No, not a chance. Okay, I'm going to use lure here then to make this fight a little bit easier. So I'm going to pull the captain up. And that's going to mean aiming somewhere a little bit annoying, but yeah, looks like here. Yeah, like somewhere like this. That should pull the captain up, and that'll make it a little bit easier to kill both of them. It also means I can walk to some relative safety since we know you're useless. And you're almost certainly useless. I can get really close here. And not have to worry about what they can do to me. Obviously, you walking up means you're going to be eventually in vision range. But before you are, I can stand behind this wall. The game will let me magnet to that. And that should be fine. Again, no K protocol range. That's okay. Don't care too much. And this should work out well. No new tally, no escalation. There's a body timer running out. You're walking around. I hope you don't see me. I might be wrong. Okay, we're okay even if you turn? Okay, cool. So that was a mistake, but I ended up fine. You're gonna go investigate. You shouldn't see my guys yet. Yep, you don't. Doing nothing. And you're just gonna hug. Good for you. Hey, it's important to show affection to your homies. So I'm going to precast Rewind on Mindset now, because he's going to need his charges of everything, and this seems reasonable. I'm going to still... No, Omega is not useful, but what I care about is Rose starting and using her Silence Weaponry. So, yep, take the download, get rid of the last trap here. If you exit Steal AP, go away. Connection health still decent enough. 3 per action, it's 3 there as well. Okay, fine. Active. I need everything here, actually. Gonna go ahead and knock you down. Annoying. That's tally per action. I'm just gonna go in this order. Down they go. We scan. 10 health is just enough here. Block you. Download, download, download. And with 1 to go, we're okay. Yeah, I gotta say, being able to block tally on every action, like Remy's traits, you just get so many fewer escalations. It's so powerful. It's incredibly, incredibly powerful. Because this is what normal hacking looks like, is where you actually hit a bunch of escalations. And yeah, my hacker's lower level. Yeah, I have fewer deck programs, and so I don't get as far every turn. You know, there's a lot of reasons why this is not as strong as it could be for, like, real endgame hacking, but... yeah, let's try to run you as far as is reasonable. That will be me in range of both of you, which seems fine. I will attack the... Actually, they're kind of the same person, in that they are kind of the same armor, kind of the same health. We'll go Captain first, because he's going to be a little bit harder for everyone else to reach. I will go ahead and use Power Slice. I have nothing else to use Battery on. We don't crit, but we got decent damage. Let's try to clean stuff up. I really want to use not the AR if I can help it. Also, I forgot to use JTAC meaningfully. That was a mistake on my part. Let's put it far enough forward that we're going to hit the team reliably. Looks like that will work. Going down to 4 AP is kind of crap. Going down to 5 would be a bit more ideal. I'm going to have her throw damage at the Wildfire. Actually, no, wait. I should do a short yield. I want Viking to try to claim at least one of these kills. So the goal is going to be really weird. Okay, so the goal is to one-shot this guy. If I do, we trigger Steamroll, which makes Reaper's job easier. Good. Okay, now I can yield back. Now it makes Reaper's job a little bit easier. Actually, she can just shoot from here. She's... Let's make sure she's in JTAC. Let's put you here. I don't care that I'm going to get seen. That's a fine spot. Okay, yeah, I'm clearly in JTAC. We're just going to shoot the pistol. It's going to be a little awkward. It's not the most damage, but I don't want to be loud. We managed to not shred any armor with the not pistol. And actually, I should have done the ordering differently, because realizing we were stuck with pistol shots, I should have gone for Stutter first, because she was never going to die. And that would have meant lower armor for everyone else. Like, she would have actually died here instead of been stunned, and I would have been able to preserve a couple of action points. Now, should I be worried about you? The answer is maybe. You are walking down, so I can't really... Actually, it's going to be crappy no matter what. I'm going to put you here. Let's see, what is your initiative? No, it's late. Okay, we can just attack you next turn, and I think we just kill you. I'm not worried about it here. So we're going to Alpha Strike this guy. Should be fine. Glasswalker pops. We get 1 tally per turn, and 1 person sent. I think the Bulwark was sent to intercept, if I recall correctly. You're suspicious now, so yeah. Still not too worried about it. Mindset is here, mostly has to hack. I think letting him see a body is fine. I'm not too worried about everyone else's safety here. I'm actually pretty tempted to go for full auto here at this point. This is feeling like a pretty good time to say, I think there's no guards left, let's just shoot the guns. We're in JTAC, we have line of sight in both these guys. Yeah, I mean, it's time to go loud, because anyone that can use the gunfire will die. Huge damage, thank you very much. I guess that's just a kill every time. That was a lot of overkill. That probably wasn't needed. But whatever. Let's walk you into line of sight, which is going to be here. I want to be in JTAC, though. Okay, here. Nope, I screwed up. I wasn't in range. Okay. My own mistake. I'm just going to reload the pistol then. Rose is just going to... Let's do a short yield. Let's have Reaper try to get all the damage. So let's put you here. That seems fine. That's a clear line of sight. Tells me I can shoot one. I could choose the strike zone, but it's just you. I don't think I'm going to need it. I think I have the damage no matter what. We have the damage. I was right. And so we can start leapfrogging up for boxes. We'll see if I can get there for one. If I can, that'd be great. I cannot. That's okay. And she's going to go ahead and turn. Memes. We can start trying to get Dr. Samdara here. We're getting a lot more, like, safe locked loot. This is definitely going to ultimately devalue needing the crafting station, because you can just get a lot of loot yourself. I don't mind it. It's just a change of, like, strengths and priorities relative to prior builds. Nice shred. Really well done. You did wonderfully here. Silence seems like a good turn for it. We've got a bunch of basically stacked up AP. Let's make those AP efficient. Sure, cool. Seems good. I do want to unlock a railgun if I can. I haven't gotten one of those yet, and so that would be... It's new for me. Looks like that's the fastest route here. I'm going to have you run there. You're going to be grabbing this and then coming back over this way and then joining the team here. You're going to be kind of soloing this side of the map, I think. The rest of the team's going to group around here. No escalation, as there's no new events, really. And wow, you can actually make it on just this turn. You can see me the cameras at the end of the world. There's no guards to send, so... We will eventually wait for the enemy respawns to come in. And you are zipping across the map. That is a lot of move points thanks to everything buffs on you. Which is what? Yeah, Rewind is % move speed. We get 1 move point from Attack Surge. Okay, so I think I saw this earlier. It seems like Steamroll is bugged and it double counts on if your turn is already over. Because 3 move points, right? Unless I like can't count, it's 1 from Attack Surge and then 2 from Steamroll is what's happening here. So, anyway, it is what it is. I get a benefit. Let's go ahead and load our tools. Can't do too much in the opener here. That's fine, though. Plus AP, then everything else can come afterwards. That seems fine. Oh, I can still go here, but I want to drop this first, not lose connection health. Rewind is going to be up in several turns, so I don't get anything there. Camera sees lots of stuff. 2 bodies, and timer's running out, so a lot of tallies coming in for sure. I'm tempted to try to overcap on tally this turn and get to second level 4. We get a blueprint for a nice looking armor. I think someone showed us on the Discord and it looks really good. It's got like a lot of good benefits here and is a light armor. We get a free blue juice. We get this. I think... Oh, I need to reload my AR before I forget. That's more important than everything else going on. Mindset is still hacking. Drop you. Go here. Scan for neighbors. South or north? Let's go... actually, no. Let's go south because this is too active and I have one right here. So this is more, like, stuff efficient. We scan. Okay. There's going to be passive and traps here. Drop you. Scan for more. Escalation. Going to be annoying. Load a program. I can choose... No, I can't get around that, actually. Okay. Looks like that was an armor blueprint. We scan. This will have to be null op to get through it. So, whoop. I lose scan again, unfortunately. I could have actually, what I should have done, I forgot to, is switch who was holding the cyber deck, because I have scan 2 in the other deck. You can also just unload programs, but... Okay, another access gate here. Well, got to null up that. Okay, let's try again. Damage cyber deck, any action? No. Steal AP and 10 tally. Well, tally is less important than here, so we just... Yeah, well, we're out of AP. It's okay. Next turn we'll take this down. We'll get an escalation pretty soon, but it is what it is. Eventually we can rewind. We'll have null up again. It'll be okay, but obviously not beautiful. And I might not get to trigger the camera as much as I want, but it's fine. We're getting 3 per turn anyway, so we're always going to escalate. I don't really care too much. Escalate on the turn after is what I mean to say. You've got to go all the way around to get here. That's fully blocked off. That's annoying. Okay, I'm just going to run you for this, like, straight up. And Reaper can grab that. Actually, I'm hitting 2 cameras, so that should actually give me 20 escalation until I hit second level 4. Cool. Well, we will be glass walkering again. We get reinforcements, but they are far away. However, they do know what cameras you ran through, and so they will run towards us. They will also generate a ton of tally finding corpses. It is what it is. I think standing here is safe with where everyone is. I'm not worried about it. I'm literally going to stand here and be reactive. Mindset's got to keep going. Take you down. We're going to escalate right now. Starting to lose some real deck health here, unfortunately. Scan for neighbors. Okay. 4 per action is not the worst. Need to load scan, though, to figure out if there's traps here that matter. There are. Get rid of you. Scan for more. Load a program is skippable here. Woke up the ice. That's annoying. Yep. A bunch of tally means I get pushed around. Okay. Well, I'm going to reload all this stuff because I need to go deal with this node. And actually, no. First, I got it wrong. I want to go south first. Losing some health here. Because I need to get rid of this stuff. Get my downloads. Nothing to scan for. Okay. Sleaze. Download, download, download. Escalation coming soon. There it is. Scan for the traps. Found them. What do we have here? Load, use, and download access. Gotta wait here. We'll take this download next turn. Connection health getting low. I will probably need to disconnect, reconnect after, well, pretty soon. It's okay for just now, but it's not going to stay good. Let's have the entire team keep waiting, see what these guys all do. I think Rose is safe to go for her job, though. She's just not going to react to them. But I want all the boxes. I want all the loot. We get another weapon mod for a sniper rifle. This is looking pretty nice. Let's start running back. You're going to keep waiting. Reaper's going to keep waiting. Okay, what do they got? Where are they going? They are coming up towards me. Got it. You're going over there. Sure. And you are heading up this way as well. You are going quite far. Okay. And you got a 23 on your initiative roll, which means I care about that and want to slow you down. Slow you down by 2. I've got 7 action points, which means I can walk out like here and shoot full auto cleanly. I'm going to yield to Reaper and let her throw down some buffs first. Looks like J-Tac here. No, actually more like this is pretty reasonable. I think strike zoning these guys also feels pretty reasonable. Let's put all 3 of them in it. Alright, great. You don't have a great well, you have an okay shot here, actually. I think that with the AR seems pretty good. I think I'm pretty cool with that. I didn't grab the box, but I guess Rose will, so I don't really care. These shots look okay. Big crit and the shred. Get a little bit of tally from that, but it's not the end of the world. Do I feel comfortable? I think I'm just going to AR. I could try for the pistol, and I would probably get the kills, but yes, it generates tally from hearing gunfire, but I don't care, is basically the answer. Could have maybe killed these cameras as well, but I also still kind of don't care. I'll do it now, but it's probably not correct to have done so. And then let's just kind of, I don't know, be towards the back here, be ready to leave as needed. Actually, where I am is good, because if this guy does come around, I'm still protected and safe. That seems like it's the better play overall. Instead of being somewhat in the open. Okay. Yeah, let's just wait till mindset is done, basically. If you load a program, not going to load any programs. Take my download, and let's try to head back. Yeah, like I said, I screwed up here, and I loaded programs kind of incorrectly. I also should not have gone exactly how I did it here. But I want my downloads. Unload on any action. We're going to lose health and stress. It is what it is. That's not the end of the world. I don't want to unload actions or programs any action. We get hit there. Ow. Oh well. Program loading blocked. Kind of got to get rid of that here. We scan. Well, we found the CPU. Let's walk over. Let's null op. Lose some more deck shield or deck health. We spike. We get a little bit of a reprieve. This is still going to be pretty awkward where we are. Don't know how good the trap is, but I'm going to say... I shouldn't say YOLO. I should stop here. Hope to get rewinded and get the last little bit. I'm losing money from having to repair the cyber deck, but I'm also going to be very heavily stressed. It's fine, though. It's whatever. This, though, again, is a much more normal orange host when you don't have minus tally everywhere. Because you just get a lot more escalations and they snowball. Normally, you would actually really want a good cyber deck, but because my primary hacker is so strong, I just haven't needed it yet. I haven't needed to get, like, really good tools. I'm going to choose to not escalate here, so I'm going to play for Jam Kit first. Okay, I can't. I've got to go, unfortunately, here. I'll Jam Kit to save AP. I can look for a K protocol next turn, although I won't remove enough tally for it to matter. Looks like I can get you here, though, which is good. Oh, I had silence up and didn't use it. That was a mistake. Oh, well. The move speed would have been a little bit nice. There we go. We got the... Well, we got the best AR blueprint in the game. I actually don't know what the new... Or, sorry, best sniper rifle blueprint in the game. I don't know what the new sniper rifles are like. A bunch of new sniper rifles and revolvers and even railguns got added recently. I don't know what they're like. I don't know how strong they are. I will try to generate the new contact and go for some limit breaks and to get there. I'm actually pretty tempted to... basically, what I'm thinking about for my face build is to actually go for a bunch of sort of late co-conspire investment. Because the way I'm kind of feeling about it right now is like limited co-conspire early, investment heavily into Dealmaker to get a bunch of money. And use money to get your base and stuff off the ground and like get your early upgrades. Also still get early Puppet Master. It's like relatively cheap anyway. And that will get some of your early limit breaks going. But I'm trying to figure out like if I do invest really heavily in co-conspire, that's going to be clearly in range of Rose. Right? I'm not. I grieved. I should have just walked forward instead of being stupid. Mistakes were made. Oh well, it's fine. It doesn't really change anything. Go here, go here. Scan. We have a trap that is when you exit. Okay. Scan for more stuff. We know there's stuff here. We've got to load everything. I can't load scan because of... Yep, that makes sense. Alright, well, damage cybernetic any action. Download access. Don't know what the trap is going to be. It is when you download a file. Great. That's annoying. But I have the action point still. Take my last two. Take my disconnect. And if I wasn't an idiot, Rose would be getting out during this turn and I'd be fine. Because I'm an idiot, we're going to get a little bit more tally here. Wait, does silence get me there? I think it won't, but it's close. Yeah, we don't get there. Oh well. Would have been out one turn sooner, which, you know, would have been kind of nice, but it is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and bump Rose's initiative here so that she can go first. As soon as she makes it onto the token, we are done. Glasswalker really makes sure we're good. I don't care who those reinforcements are. We're getting out. Alright, Rose. Walk onto the square. We're done. Don't want to overstay our welcome. Time to vanish. Gotta say, those loot boxes felt really juicy. So, yeah, I mean, we went for 2 Matrix Hosts, which was a really good number of files, a decent number of blueprints, and a great number of accounts. Here are the 6 files we injected. They're always corralled to the bottom. They're always level 5 commons. So, hey, by the way, we can kind of look at these later. And everything else, yeah, we got a fully completed armor. Actually, what, 2 fully completed armors? A really good set of blueprints here. Yeah, I'm honestly pretty happy. This looks pretty good. Solid XP. Pretty good raid. Lynn got XP from that one. We've got... Yeah, you're still wounded. Your deck is kind of damaged. I don't have anything immediately in line here. Yeah, okay. So, Cube Run's only 5 days away. So I've got to make sure my team is ready to run those missions. Magpie will detox in time. It's fine. I think what I want to go for is spending some of this money in getting my backup hackers into a good state. So I'm going to have you grab Neurotone or 2. It's not that expensive, but the 120 IO is the big thing here. Looks like you're both same price point, but you are faster, so in you go. Again, that cuts into my cash for sure, but it's okay. Let's do our class training. Vanguard levels up. I'm thinking let's keep going into better K protocol. That I think works for me. I'm feeling like I really want the range. 5 meters is awkward enough that it's just, yeah, tough to go through. Secondary hacker gets a bit here. That's fine. Oh, right, no, we haven't leveled up yet. We need to get level 8 to get the 3rd charge of Null Op. That's fine. And so I'm not going to run Cube Run during this, because Cube Run is a 2-part mission. It'll take a long time. I would like to get another mission if I can, though, before this all times out, but I have nobody on offer. I don't have Co-Conspire up for a bit. Let me check one thing real quick, which is... Yeah, I'm pretty sure I want to drop Co-Conspire down to 14 days, which is basically 50% more uses, right? Every 22 to every 14 is about 50% more hits. And then if I get +1 charge, it allows me to, like, bank that timing, and I get, like, let's call it 15% more hits, which honestly, to me, is worth. And that way I can use that to kind of really force upgrades on my favorite contacts. I think it's probably worth it. And I think the more I think about my build, I'm pretty sure I'm still happy with field coordination and the charge and whatnot. The upgrades are worth it, even if Hype Booster is no longer overpowered. Efficiency grind just for cooldown, I think, is acceptable. A +1 charge, probably not, but I like the extra token generation here. I think it's fine. I think it's just usable enough. But I'm pretty sure I want to, in the future, instead of going for these, 3 or so, I think I will still play this out and like see how much I like using the digital coordination stuff here. Maybe it's better than I think, But yeah, what I'm feeling is maybe I don't need the favor printing, and I just, go here and just pick one Puppet Master contact at a time, 22 days and not a horrible cooldown. I get to basically co-conspire roughly twice between Puppet Masters and keep pushing the contact I want, which is probably, decent. Anyway, yeah, for the most part, I feel like my base is also kind of done. I don't need many of the upgrades I'm kind of looking for. I'm happy with level 4 barracks and the number of mercs I have. In fact, this hacker's one too many. Probably shouldn't have hired her. I think 2 is enough. And then I can go to the Underworld and, like, hire, some other merc, like getting my first Agent EX or something, or getting another sniper or whatever. All possibilities. Or just, Itana could have not died, and then I'd be fine with that too. Regardless, let's let time tick forward. We will run this legwork eventually, but not just yet. Simstream trainer time is done. That's fine. He's recovering still. Okay. Cube run. I've worked hard to line it up. I understand. We're in a bronze exposed. We're running out of time. Need to make a move. Something has Rose stirred up about this heist. Not sure, but she's really sweating it. Something else is going on. It means a lot to her. Yep. Indeed it is. Yeah, so we're going to let this legwork get started. Let these folks detox. I'm going to risk that the weapon craft will be done before this mission gets failed. I'm going to hope that's accurate. Infiltrate break is... There we go. Cool. So Dusty is going to line up the Rook prototype weapons service. So Dusty's now going to be on a power play. That's cool. I think I can start this now and it'll work. So I'm going to start this, and yeah, part 2 of the episode will be trying to rush through at least the first half of the power play. I think we'll be alright here. Let's see what happens. About to make my power play, and I can't pull it off without you. A Rook Tech Chief of Security is the only thing in my way. Exactly the kind of thing we're here to help with if the pay is right. I'm taking a huge risk, but you will be well paid. You can be first in line for my new product. I think your crew will be most interested to get their hands on the new Rook prototype weapons. All you ever hear about is how their CEO, Jamie 6th Winters, is a once-in-a-generation visionary. I've got everything lined up, the bribes are paid, the skids are greased, but the security chief watching over the nanofab site has spooked my connection. This Alexei Hahn must have smelled something and is now all over the site with extra attention. So we make him disappear. I'll be paying you to make him disappear in a red mist. I want him out of the picture forever. We'll play our cards carefully, and the hit won't be linked to the nanofab site in any way. There are more than enough people who will want him out of the way. As soon as it's done, the Rook prototype weapons will be falling off the back of a truck into my waiting hands. We're going to make a clean hit. We'll need intel on his movements. He's attempting a power play to expand his offered services. It will result in exposure if he fails. It's a 2-part mission. We need a legwork and a hacking job. Only one of the 2 needs to be done, but, if we do them both, it's cool. What can we expect? Power level 4 Rook prototype tech weapons. Or Rook tech weapons. Power level 4. Yeah, there we go. We're going to go ahead and run the mission here. We'll spike the quantum core here. The timeline's going to be extra tight. Can't risk anyone in the digital securities team getting an idea of what we're after. It'll be like a little quantum vibration, lost in all the noise and interference of the city. We have a CPU spike ready to go. The Unraveled Stick Up. And then we could also send somebody on legwork. I do not... Yeah, I'm going to want Magpie to run it ideally. She's the best one for it here. Rose is going to be busy with cube run, so we'll send Lynn instead. She'll be decent enough at it. And of course, she will exit out of it as, she'll exit out of it if we do the CPU spike, of course. Follow, observe, listen, don't get too close. I can handle that. Don't want to make any friction that gets Alexei's bodyguards on high alert. That's the right plan. We're going to put him out to pasture and don't want any undue attention on him or the nanofab site in advance of the hit. We'll get it done. I know you make it happen. My power play hangs in the balance. So this Ultimately, we are waiting for this to be done or this to be done. We could choose to not run the mission, but what I want to do is instead have you detox and have the mission go off without a hitch. So let's have you recover from your wound. There you go. Let's have this legwork pop up as well. I actually am tempted, based on what's going to be available here, to run an after cube run in case my CK gets injured. I might want to have that risk over my head. Legwork on the Mystic River. Who can run it? Reaper's going to be okay. I think I can send her on it and it's fine. She can skip cube run. It'll be alright. So, sure, you get one attempt. That's totally fine. Riverside Vacation sounds toxic. Don't draw too much attention to yourself. Okay, sure. Alright, so let's get the team still detoxing. Let's actually see if we can sell some files and whatnot. No, nothing better there on the gang memes. As for the Racketeer Black Book, nope, nothing special here as well. We go to the files. We look for things not used by a set. A lot that we can sell here. Mostly to the highest bidder, which I am fine with. We can sell to Alexei before we kill him. It's kind of funny. Sell street military items. There we go. These give influence. Potato is still in line. Valerie is still in line. I'm going to wait on these then as a result. A lot of blueprints we could sell. Let's sell them. And these just all go to Bimmer, who's the only guy who buys high-level item blueprints. That's fine with me. We can sell all our basic stuff here. And we'll leave the good stuff for the wire ghosts later on. Cash and cash seems good. 400k. Not enough to upgrade our Underworld hub or buy a better cyber deck, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world. We've got a hardened target mission here. That'll be a fun one down the line, but that's going to take a while. I'm thinking, let's run the CPU spike. And they're going to end a bit early. Yeah, let's let you detox. Look for a limit break if we can. Okay, you've detoxed. I'm going to run the CPU spike here. Because, yeah, so digital coordination for Unraveled Stick Up seems worth it to me. I have 3 tokens available. If I bump this, it gets a little bit better. So let's see what we can get. 160 IO for 4 turns. Revealing the CPU is maybe fine, but it's only an orange host, and I've been feeling pretty good about them. Although being a little bit safe here might just be the right idea. So let's go ahead and buy Quantum Ping. Just to be safe, I'm now short on tokens. Only have 1 left. And so do I want shield? Do I want IO and AP? I'm thinking the IO and the AP, actually. I've noticed that I am more AP starved than IO starved, so let's go ahead and just make it a little bit easier with the Calibrated Ripper DX. That seems totally fine. And then these, yeah, I can get even more IO potentially. I can get a bunch of deck shield, whatever, but yeah, we're fine like this. It is time for the Unraveled Stick Up, and I may or may not run the assassination in this recording. I'm not sure. The pay is really good, though, which I'm pretty happy about. So, I'm going to prep our 1 Merc to deploy. We'll swap your loadout for Haxors, and you should be in a decent spot here. You've got juice. You've got stuff. We should be all right here. Let's go. You know what to do. Jack in and get cutting. The data streams won't wait. 5 turns, not a big deal. How big's the host? I guess that's the real question. And it is small, so we are totally going to be safe. We load all the normal stuff. And I gotta say, 1 tally per action makes it really chill. This would be 9 normally, though of course this would go down here. It would still be 4 normally, but instead of getting 4, it's gonna be basically 0. And we will not be progressing rapidly towards escalation. Look at that. It's chill. Still preserve AP, go for minus tally. I forgot to use my leverage. Let's pop that here. And let's pop this here. There we go. We're clearly very, very safe. Connection use is going to be needed, so I've got to unfortunately go through that and load this up again. It's fine, though. AP, then connection, all required. I have enough AP to clear this. It's going to be fine. So let's go tally, then connection, and then walk here, null op, scan, and I could wait before spiking, but I don't really care. Digital destruction, I am. CPU spiked, virus deployed. And I can load programs, and honestly, I think just walking here and being like, I'm just going to null up you, I don't care, is acceptable. Next turn we'll take the downloads to keep moving. But I got 3 null ops. Oh, I've got to still... I forgot, I could have sleazed that and saved the AP. Mistake on my end. But worth noting that I no longer can one-shot everything with null op, even under overclock. So these things are pretty tanky. You can see I can roll as low as 105 damage, and they don't all die. So active and passive ice destruction still here. I guess tally's the only thing that matters here. Connection use and what's here. Some traps. That's chill. Any action, load a program. I will load a program eventually, but for now I can wait. Yeah, again, 1 tally per action is just... It's so easy to deal with. Scan from the outside. We know what's here. Load a program. Can skip both of those. And look at that. Very, very little tally. This was a smaller host than the other one, but again, I would have generated about 3 times as much tally normally, and that would have mattered. But instead it doesn't. We get through, and yeah. The more I play with this character, the more I'm like, okay, she's actually the best hacker by far. And it's like extremely not close. Minus tally per action is so powerful. Even Rook Tech's QSec AI wasn't able to stop me, cut the ice, spike the CPU, and the virus is on the loose in their network now. I scraped enough data out of it already to get an idea of where or when we will want to do the hit on Alexei. He's always traveling between Rook Tech, Acropolis, nanofab sites, and research campus, which requires leaving their territory and traveling across the zone. And he uses this as cover for meeting with his network of spies, field ops, and corporate stitches. What I'm hearing is that he's outside Rook Tech territory holding secret meetings that he's trying to keep under the radar. It's perfect. And then when we are ready, we can tell Dusty and move on to the final job. Or we can pump the brakes and delay for a little bit. A little bit of XP here. Decent, okay, acceptable number of blueprints and accounts. And with cube run due in 18 hours, I think we're going to stop short. Run cube run first, and like next episode, and then run the power play. I am going to risk that this will be done first, and that will be okay. Let's put people in a detox who need it, who aren't going on the mission, because I might as well. I think you're going to go detox and not run the mission, for example. There's 1 detox done. Let's go send somebody else here. You're on legwork. You're going on the mission. You're going to go on the mission. You are in surgery. You're required. You're in surgery. You can go. I guess. Sure, you can detox. Who cares? All right. Surgery done. Crafting complete. Cube run due in 0 hours. I will gear my mercs up for the mission. And then next episode will be cube run with, of course, it's due like right now. We'll get people in the trainer. Let's go figure it out. All right, so Matrix Dupe is only on the first level. I think, we can try to reboot. Thanks to having a corrupt Arrowhead Insider with Kirsa, we can disable a bunch of cameras for a turn, well, this and the next turn. We can also, that's interesting, so all the cameras and large cameras, so under next turn, and we can cancel reinforcement for 2 turns because we can also do that with Arrowhead. So Arrowhead's attached here, and we can, delay stuff here. If we wanted to. Don't necessarily need to, but we could. This is going to be the team. I could swap aim out for edge, but I like having quiet ways of dealing with annoying guards. We're going to go ahead and load pretty much the entire team with ARs. I guess you'll both have a sword here. Yeah, I guess they're both going to be AR sword. Okay. So you're the best gunner. So I need to now switch your loadout here. In fact, we can inspect our new EagleSight. So this has all the stuff baked in. So here is a fully kitted out EagleSight the best I can with what I've got available from everything else. And then I put on better stuff here. So we do the direct comparison. And we've got 6 accuracy, 60 damage per shot. Only -1 on noise, but is what it is. And a little bit less recoil. It's not that much better, to be clear, right? Now, again, 60 damage per shot is pretty good with this accuracy. Let me try to math, let's call this 100 and... Let's call the old gun 110. Let's call the new one 150. Yeah, it's probably about 40% more damage, 30-40% more damage. Plus the 6% chance to hit is going to be definitely more like 40-50% more damage in total. So, wait, there's no way that's the math. There's no way that's the math, right? Hold on. 70 plus 40 is like 110. 40 plus 100 is like 140. Okay, sorry. It's like 12 to 20% more damage. With another 7% from accuracy, so call it 30% more damage in the gun, which, yeah, not bad. Either way, this is going to be your primary gun. We baked on the suppressor, we baked on this, we baked on this. Our optic that we baked on, we rolled a +4 accuracy intrinsic, kind of nice. We, of course, baked on heavy damage. The body mod we baked on here, which was the Lawmaker Vent, it rolled a 30% crit damage buff, which is kind of nice. And then we baked on a barrel, and that got us another 35 ballistic. But unfortunately, this is why it wasn't so quiet. we unfortunately got 5 meters of noise added. So it normally would have been quiet down to 34 meters. Unfortunately, we rolled a, I want to call it questionable. I mean, it's certainly some give and take here, but yeah, baking on the barrel unfortunately gave us some noise back, which is too bad, even though the suppressor is better at 18 meters. But still, obviously quite a lot of damage here. Any additive damage increase is flat per bullet, so pretty powerful stuff. Anyway, I don't believe I'm going to run, like, yeah, I could run this if I wanted to, but nah. We're not going to run these heavy armors. In fact, I could sell some. I've got, yeah, I could sell like all of them. I guess the one difference is this guy can ignore some recoil, and it's not that much bonus move speed, but nah, I'm feeling like, and then the 2 crit chance here, I still lose too much move speed. I'm going to sell these before I forget. Sell you to Joe. Let's sell you to Joe, and let's sell you to Joe. That gives me the money to, because I can, even, no, okay, let's gear the squad. Let's not be stupid. Okay, you get the good EagleSight, and this is AR Pistol 1. Great, good for you. Next up is going to be, I mean, Magpie's will be busy hacking half the time, so she shouldn't have the second best setup. It's probably Rose, because aim is better with the sword. So Rose is going to run the next best setup. Let's also sort by gear real quick and make sure nobody's holding stuff that it should be holding. For example, you need to drop your stuff. Okay, great. And then, yeah, we'll just, should look decent. So Vanguard will wield the second best stuff, which is the other EagleSight, still silenced here. You'll be running the better pistol here as well. I think there's nothing else to look at here. This is just a setup here. So we're going to save this as AR Pistol 2. Great. And I think I'm going to go pistol over sword because I don't really care. Hacker's going to come in, and you're going to have AR Pistol 3, essentially. Looks like this. I think there's no other changes that are really needed here. I don't have better options on this. This is silencer. This is the grip. This is that. Yeah, I think this is a good look for you. Hacking Juice. Let's switch out Hacking Juice, to be honest, with stuff that's a little bit safer overall. Which means I'm going to go for a Metacloud and some kind of stun. I guess a Dazzler. Now, let's put in a Smoke. I think that's you. This will be AR Pistol 3. And then our last setup will go ahead and be aim here. We'll give you this one. We will give you an AR, though. Silence that as well. Put on some armor. Heal and a smoke seems reasonable. And we're going to call you... Do I have an AR sword one? I think I do, right? That's sword pistol. Yeah, here's... Oh, that's loud AR sword. Okay. Then we'll call this silenced AR sword. Alright, and that means that this is my team. Your ADVX filter is done to mitigate some move speed penalty, which is kind of nice. So hopefully it mitigates this. I'm not sure if it will, but it'd be nice if that was true. Looks like my move speed being 112 and my basic move speed buff being 12. That, yeah, it is canceling the downside of Neuro Rot, which I'm very happy about. And then when she can go back into the doctor, we'll give her the cyber arms to deal bonus damage. That should feel pretty decent. So this will be the team. We're looking pretty good here. Everyone's got, you know, mods everywhere. We've got ourselves pretty well kitted out. Before I go, let me go ahead and... I know I don't need the money, so I can start the Underworld Hub and start farming more and more tokens. In the Field Ops Center, we, of course, have no time to wait, so I couldn't get field coordination if I wanted to. So I get one piece of leverage, and it's going to be the passive, which will trigger on both stages. Nanoflake, pretty good as well. You are immune to detection and devices for a full first turn. It's pretty good, but I'm going to choose move points because I love move points. Alrighty, so next episode we will be running Cube Run. Should be exciting. Before we go, I'm going to look at like 2 more things, which is selling the random stuff that I can still sell, because why not? And if we look at the new weapon blueprints, don't have a ton, but we've got this nice, shiny, new sniper rifle with good range. It is extremely loud. You can get good enough silencers to, you know, quiet that down. Minus 35 will indeed put it down below the attack range. But it'll be an expensive craft. I might be willing to do it. Maybe. Maybe have her whirl it. I'm not really sure. If I wanted to go for that with a nanofab, just to like show it off, like what would it take to do this? Well, I probably wouldn't bake on the suppressor, so I'd leave that modular here. So we would basically throw on a stock. This is the only stock that I've got, but it's some decent crit damage, which seems fine. I would bake on the only scope I have, which seems fine for accuracy and crit damage. I would then bake on critical. Actually, I guess we have 2 scopes. This one better? More accuracy, but more recoil. Honestly, I will probably take the accuracy, to be honest. That sounds fun. I don't think I need the crit damage that badly. Unfortunately, I have an open slot here. I can't do this. There is... actually, wait. It's not telling me an error, but I'm pretty sure I can't. Either way, yeah, if I wanted to go bake everything on, it would cost me 999k to get my two intrinsics here and bake on the crit stuff. If that even is possible. It's possibly not, in which case it's this. Could bake on a barrel. I mean, honestly, it wouldn't even be that bad. If I did this, I would lose quite a bit of damage, though. But anyway, doesn't matter too much. I could also bake on something loud and go for the assault barrel to get even more max range, which is good. It's incredibly noisy, but these are options here. Anyway, don't have the money, of course, for it. Cube Run is not going to pay me either. Next episode, we will run Cube Run for Emil, aka Rose, and I will see you there. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.